Let's talk about the elephant in the room. SBF, Sam Bankman Fried. Yeah, just saying your name. It's a fucking villain from a douchebag. Donated $40 million to, or rather, political contributions to garner favor to, be able to impose his will into the law, literally. Buddying up with Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC. Fuck the SEC. Fuck Gary Gensler, just right off the bat, and fuck SDK. So we're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna look at on-chain data. We're gonna look at blockchain transactions. We're gonna look at a couple different exchanges to see what potentially could happen in the next few days in the near future. Because the reality is there is no definitive what is and what will happen. We don't know right now. We don't know the full extent of the ramifications from Asshole's house of cards that he built and shilled out to the world. Putting his name on sports teams and billboards and arenas. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors going on. Let's actually look at some data and let's talk about some stuff. So one of the things that he was doing, which actually is what led CZ from Binance, the head of Binance, to tweet what he twatted about FTT, and then just the domino effect just all came falling down. He was influencing the lawmakers in the regulatory body with the law, creating the law. He was doing so to create it in his favor, in FTX's favor. It's a big no-no, right? It's a big fuck you to the rest of the community. Selfish. Look at this guy. So yeah, I think one of the reasons that he was buying those failing businesses up, failing companies up, is to stave off the inevitable, which we're now seeing. Like you said, if you let one of the dominoes fall, then it will affect, not even intentionally, just kind of whatever. We don't know who has what fingers in which pies, right? We don't know. There's so many moving parts within this space. We don't know. So he was just he didn't buy them. He didn't acquire them, rather, for profitable purposes. It was completely out of self-preservation, selfishness, and just staving off his the inevitable, right? Even right now, we have senators moving forward with SBF-backed bill, even after the collapse, and the bill is not favorable for the crypto community. It is not, for the people, by the people, blah blah blah. It's by SBF, whatever group he represents, whatever douchebag, rich kid, pompous, pretentious, really want to punch in the fucking face kid, right? Just power trip. Same Gary Gensler. He's coming out with all these talking points, all pandering to the audience, we gotta with crypto, look what's happening. We gotta do something. We gotta put our foot down. Motherfucker, you, the SEC, you can't even regulate the fucking stock market, right? The thing that you're supposed to regulate, right? The thing that you're supposed to have under your control. You guys don't even have the competence to do that right? You guys can't even do that. So how exactly do you plan on governing an entire new asset class? How on God's green earth is that even remotely feasible when you cannot even handle previously already existing entities? Old entities. The stock market's been around for how long? A long fucking time. You guys can't even do that. With the amount of corruption and inside trading and backdoor deals, backroom deals, it's mind-boggling. So every once in a blue moon, when they go out of the way to make a big show, such as with Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart went to jail for insider trading. Martha Stewart gives a shit. They all do it. From Nancy Pelosi to all the politicians. This is reality. Look what happened with GameStop, right? Look what happened with Wall Street Bets and all that they uncovered with Robinhood and all that. And we can get into that in another thing. Where was the SEC there? Where was the SEC during after the 08 financial crisis, the housing bubble, all of that? Where was the fucking SEC there? How many bankers. How many people on Wall Street did they put in jail? Where were you? Where were you, SEC? You didn't do a goddamn thing about that. But you wanna rally up, get on crypto. You wanna impose your God complex, your control, your necessity for control into this new asset class. Well, your thought process is antiquated. It is dated, and we don't need it. Stay the fuck out. I propose that there should be an entirely new body created for governing crypto. There should be an entirely new separate body, which would, one, create jobs. That'd be cool, right? It would create a whole new sector with this whole new sector of crypto, this whole new asset class, a whole new, not old, not something that's already been there, that barely even does their job. Well, not even close. To oversee this new asset class. That's a crazy idea. That's a people that are actually in touch, relevant, know what's going on, have their finger on the fucking pulse, right? Not these dinosaurs, not these alpacas that don't know anything, don't care, they just want to impose their will. They just want to keep some semblance of control. That's all it is. Anyway, okay. This bill, they're still trying to shove it on down. Bipartisan. In light of these developments, we are taking a top-down look to ensure it establishes the necessary safeguards the digital commodities market desperately needs. Boozman said. Boozman? What kind of fucking name is Boozman? I can't take that seriously. Boozman? What? Chairwoman Stabenow? Like, Stab-e now? How do you pronounce that? Okay. And I remain committed to advancing a final version of the DCCPA and create a regulatory framework that allows for international cooperation and gives consumers greater confidence that their investments are safe. Yeah, I'm all for some, regulatory framework, but not this bullshit. All right, moving on. Let's look at what SPF he went from, everything's fine, we have liquidity, we're not insolvent, everything's kosher, and we are filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Alameda, FTX US, and yep, douchebag. Not advice on any kind. I was not very careful in my words here, and do not mean any of them in a technical or legal sense. I may have not described things right, though I'm trying to be transparent. I'm not good. I'm not a good dev, and probably misdescribed something. It's always really, really easy after everything's said and done, after the fact, after you fucked up. Oh, I'm not good at that. Oh, I'm bad. Whoa. I'll just be over here. If you guys don't want me anymore, I understand. I fucked up. My bad. Let me take my billions of dollars. I'm gonna chill over there. You're beat. Alright? You're not getting your money back, but, I hope. I'll pretend like I want you to. Because, that's the political thing to do, right? All I care about is helping the customers and... What matters right now is trying to do right by customers. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's look at the blockchain. All right, let's look at what happened last night. They're saying, oh, it has been hacked. We've been hacked, guys. All right, there was. Shit. do. So this is one of the wallets that almost $200 million was taken out of FTX. FTX accounts drainer. Curious name. And there was a guy doing a play-by-play of every, while it was happening in real time, going over every transfer, etc., etc. I don't know where that was. Yeah, here and here. Anyway, something like $400 or $500 million, $1 billion is just missing. Was hacked. There was a hacker. All of a sudden. And all of a sudden there's a virus, telling you to update your software, update your app, and then a Trojan horse is stealing your bank, is stealing your money, eating all your crypto and all that bullshit. It's just so too much of a coincidence, right? I don't believe in coincidences, especially when everything in this particular scenario, everything has gone to shit really fast, and something that's never happened before, all of a sudden is happening to everyone. Everyone's money is just being drained. There's this magical hacker. Get the fuck out of here! Come on, you can't actually believe that. Nonsensical shit. So we've had other exchanges post in an attempt to prove like that rumors are true. Like we actually have liquidity. Like look at our holdings, like Crypto.com. And some other ones. Where did I put that thing? So let's look at the exchanges that you can actually see what their holdings are. Like Crypto.com posted, KuCoin posted, Binance. I mean, do they really have to? But there is claims that we don't. Like I said before, we don't know the full. We don't yet know what is going to happen. CZ and Binance said, there a lot more shit is going to hit the fan. A lot more companies are going to go under, and I would agree with that. I'm sure that they are going to, because look what happened just from Luna collapsing. We're still feeling the ramifications of that Luna collapse, right? This is a much bigger deal than the Luna collapse, right? Much bigger deal. Yeah, no, I would say it's a much bigger deal because of the fact that it's one of the biggest exchanges in the world, right? Like in that regard, like it's going to set things back dramatically. Like there's a bunch of different reasons why it's has more of an impact, with their name on arenas and sports teams and all these things. It's we don't know. So these exchanges are coming out and saying like, yeah, no, look, we have liquidity. Look, this is where our assets are. Boom, boom, boom. Like KuCoin and Crypto.com did that. I didn't see any other exchanges do that. But there was a post from Dirty Bubble, whatever, saying that a couple of these exchanges are doing the exact same thing that douchebag Bankman Fried was. SFB, SBD, SMD, motherfucker. All right, so let's take a look, and we'll look at the on-chain data. So, all right, Binance, $71 billion. This is where the token allocation, BUSD being their stablecoin, Binance, the Binance dollar, USDT 22.29%, and I took the liberty of doing the math on that. You're welcome. They have $32 billion just in Tether alone. Yeah, $15 billion in BUSD, $32 billion in Tether. It's a pretty significant amount in Tether. So, yeah, they have 10% ETH, Bitcoin, BNB, etc. Others. Okay, Binance. Not really worried about Binance, right? Now let's look at Bitfinex. Bitfinex, different story. This is a little bit more dodgy, in my humble opinion, because their token allocation, number one is Leo. Leo, I didn't even know what Leo was until I looked at Coin Market Cap, CoinGecko, because I was like, what is this Leo? Why is it number 12 in market cap? When did that happen? I had never heard of it before. I never used Bitfinex. It's Bitfinex's token. It's a native exchange token, right? So they have 44% of their funds. They're $5.6 billion net worth, 44%. Let's just round up to about, say, 50%. Almost 50% of their allocation is in their native token, right? Which is what FTX was doing. They were so there's actually some validity to these rumors. Now, if we look the on chain, let's go to. So let me show you guys how to actually just look up a token, right? If you want to look up the blockchain transactions, most tokens, most things are created on Ethereum. It has the most. Obviously, there are other ones, and I can show you that too. Like I have all these different blockchain things. I have a whole spreadsheet made up of that. I have a whole list in the Discord. So if you're interested. Where was I? All right, so let's just start from scratch. Let's go to Etherscan. I named myself the tracker because I'm a douchebag. And we will type in Leo. So as you can see here, type in Leo right here, Bitfinex Leo token. You want to click on that. Click on that. Brings us to this page. This is where we see all. You can go back to the beginning, the creation of the token, right? You can go all the way back and you can see every single transfer, every wallet it was transferred to, every wallet it was transferred from, each individual block. So another cool thing, it breaks down the holders, right? The amount of holders with token allocation. So let's click on that. Now, this is what I thought was a little bit disconcerting. And again, I don't use Bitfinex. I've never, I think I made an account there and it seemed like, had a pretty cool interface and whatnot. $5.3 billion net worth, right? That's what they have. So if we look here, so they have 97%. We're gonna call that 97. 97% of the Leo token. They have, well, I mean more than that because also they're number 2. So they have 99. What? They have 99%. This is their other wallet. Well, that's $2.4 billion, and then another $50 million. So we'll call that $2.5 billion. So $2.5 billion right off the bat. That's half their valuation, half of what they, their net worth is in their own exchange token. So, and they have 99% of it, which is crazy, actually, for a multitude of reasons. So yeah, that is a little bit sketchy. That they have $2.5 billion worth of their own token, and that accounts for 50% of their entire token allocation. So I have to do a little bit more digging about that, but yeah, that seems pretty bad. Just saying. So yeah, I would look out for that. Now, all right, moving on. So KuCoin at $2.8 billion, their token allocation. USDT, KCS, Bitcoin, USDC, ETH, and others. So they have 29% in Tether, which is interesting. A lot of Tether. OKX rather. Now they're almost at 50% USDT, which I noticed, and I was wondering, what about their token, OKB? OK. Why am I saying key instead of K? The OKB. It looks like they recently transfer. They recently sold their OKB to USDT. Coincidence? Probably not. Probably not, given what's happened. A lot of that USDT was turned into USDT in the last few days, literally in the last few days. So make of that what you will. A little bit sketchy, not gonna lie, a little bit. You got crypto.com. So at least the number one is Bitcoin. 32% Bitcoin. It's better than not better than I can't really say what's better than, because USDT at the end of the day is just another stablecoin, and at the end of the day, hypothetically speaking, they could fail. They can go under as well. There is nothing preventing that from happening. Right? That is a possibility. So, but the fact that they have 20% in sheep is very strange. I feel like it's a little bit strange, but I'm sure there's a good reason. I just don't know it. Anyway, and Durabit is another one. 55% Bitcoin, 43% ETH, and see, I like that token. I like that allocation much better than the others. They're not going too heavy in Tether. Got a lot of Bitcoin. Right, that seems like a actual practical, stronger token allocation. Now, obviously, it's relative because percentages, they only have 1.5 billion compared to Binance having 71 billion, which is a considerable amount more, a lot more. So, that 10% they have in Bitcoin, they have how many actual Bitcoin is that? 417,000. So yeah, they have 417,000 as opposed to their 49,000. So they have, was it like 8x as many Bitcoin? That's relative. But anyway, getting back to the point, just getting back to what's going on with SBF and the entire FTX situation. Well, things are not great right now, right? Like the best thing I could recommend to any of you, to any and all of you, is to get, if you have money on a centralized exchange right now, get it the fuck off. Get it off. Get your money in a non-custodial wallet. All right, like you want a wallet that you have control over. You don't want to have it on an exchange that can get hacked and go bankrupt, like FTX, and then you have zero chance of ever recouping your money at all. So even though I don't think KuCoin is going to go under, I think they're a very strong exchange. I think it's one of the better ones. It's better to err on the side of caution. If there is any doubt, there is no doubt, right? That is one of my favorite quotes from the movie Ronin. Good movie. Now, just err on the side of caution. There's no. It essentially right now, with everything that's going on, it's a negative free roll, right? A negative free roll means there's no upside in keeping your money on an exchange right now. And there's every reason not to keep your money on an exchange right now. Even if nothing happens, even if, it's just absolutely crazy and whatever, there's no harm just keeping it in a wallet. And, you can always just give it a little bit of time, let things cool off. It's the best thing you can do right now. So whatever your preferred wallet, cold wallet, hot wallet, mix it up a little bit. Do your own, do your research. Don't just dump it into some bumblefuck whatever. Get yourself a good cold wallet. Those especially if you have a significant amount of money, you want a cold wallet. You definitely do. Just set it, just forget it. So if you are a douchebag, not really much else to say. Well, I mean, there's a lot more to say, but yeah, I would do the post from last night. After they posted that they were hacked and all the funds seemed to be gone. Yeah, and applications, malware, website viruses, blah blah blah. And then their general counsel Ryan Miller hopped on and was like, "Yo, actually, what the dilly is." Following the Chapter 11 bankruptcy filings, FTX US and FTX.com initiated precautionary steps to move all digital assets to cold storage. The process was expedited this evening to mitigate damage upon observing unauthorized transactions. This is just bullshit, by the way. I mean, complete utter bullshit. This is how any good scam works. You have plausible deniability, you have actual deniability, you have something, something happened, like a hack, and like, oh my god, oh god, out of our control. It's just so ridiculous. So, all right.